Okay, review. This is the backside, 10, 11, and 12. Jim makes $8 per hour at McDonald's and $10 per hour helping his dad on the farm. He wants to make at least $160 per week, but can work no more than 20 hours a week. Write and graph a system of linear inequalities. Those are key words. We're writing a system. That means more than one equation, in this case, an inequality. So that's the greater than less than signs. We've got $8 per hour at McDonald's, 8 and 10 per hour with his dad on the farm. So I'm going to just say McDonald's is X, helping his dad is Y. So 8X plus 10Y. That's our money. That's how much money he's making. He's making 8 times the hours, 10 times the hours. He wants to make at least $160. At least means he needs that much money or more. And then he cannot work more than 20 hours. So keep in mind that 20 hours, he cannot work more than, no more than. So it has to be less than or equal to. And then remember that X is talking about the hours at McDonald's, Y is the hours helping the farm. So it's X plus Y less than or equal to 20 hours. Hours plus hours has to be less than or equal to 20. And then because we want to graph this, we're going, because it says write and graph. Well, here we wrote it out, so that's part of our answer. And now we're going to graph. I want to graph, so solve for y, just like on the front side. Minus 8x, 160 minus 8x, divide out 10. Y is greater than or equal to 16 minus 8 over 10 reduces to 4 over 5. And then I'm going to just start by graphing this one, and then I'm going to go back and do the other one. So I'm going to start at 16, which I can hardly read these numbers. Let's see, 20's at the top. So 18, 16 is here. And then we're going to go down 4 over 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4. 4, 5. 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is, and notice that it is equal to, so I'm going to draw a solid line through these points. And then, because we're saying it's greater than or equal to, then our solutions are equal to the line or they're greater. So it would be everything above. But since we have a system, we have to have our other line in there, our other inequality. So I'm going to go back to this one, and I don't have room, so I'm going to throw it over here. X plus y is less than or equal to 20. I want y alone, so I move my x over. Y is less than or equal to 20 minus x. So I'm going to go to 20, down 1 over 1, all the way through my graph. And it is equal to, so we are going to, draw a solid line because it is equal to. And my green line isn't as straight as it should be, but there we go. And it is less than, so it's everything less than the purple would be a solution to that, the hours. All those hours are less than or equal to 20. But because I'm looking for solutions for both, that's the overlap. So my solutions, the actual number of hours that he wants to work and make his amount of money, right? Jim wants to make at least $160. but he can't work more than 20 hours a week. So any XY point inside that overlap. So it says list 2 possible combinations. So I'm going to pick a point inside of there, and I know you can hardly see it now because I've shaded it all red. And I'm going to name that point. So it would be, let's see, 6 hours at McDonald's, and here would be, what is that, 13? Because that's 12. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, so 13 hours at the farm. So that's one combination, is 6 hours at McDonald's and 13 hours at the farm. That would give him everything he's asking for. Also, we need another combination, so right here, I'm going to pick this point. That would be 3 hours, and here would be 13, 14, 15 hours at the farm. So we'd have 13, the 13 is at the farm, and the 3 would be hours at McDonald's. And that would make it so that he's working no more than 20 hours a week and making at least $160 per week, which is what he wanted. Jane is raising money for her cross-country team. She wants to make at least $40. Again, at least $40, so we might as well start there. Greater than or equal to $40. She's going to make $1 on each candy bar. $1 each candy. I'm going to call candy X. The number of candy bars, and then $2 for each box of cookies. I'm going to call that Y. So we're going to have 1 times the number sold plus 2 times the number sold. Let X represent the number of candy bars. Already did that. And Y represent the number of cookies. Graph the solutions to this situation. We only have one inequality here, and that is what we're supposed to have. So we're going to solve for Y so that we can graph it. Minus 1x. And divide it by 2. Y is greater than or equal to 20 minus this is 1/2. So I'm going to leave it 1/2. So that's what we're graphing. To fit it all on the graph, I'm probably going to need to go by 2. So I'm going to say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. So I'm going to start at 20. And if I want to go down 1 over 2, my numbers go by 2. So I got to be careful about that. So I can go on the bottom of the graph, I can go by 1s, or I could go by 2s again and go that way. I'm just going to go by 1s, but it really doesn't matter what you do. So if I want to go down 1 over 2, down 1 square is actually half. So down 1 value would be half the square and then over 2. Half the square and then over 2. Half the square over 1, 2. Half 1, 2, because we went by 2. So 1, 1, 2. And it is equal to, so I am going to draw a solid line. And it is greater than, so the number of everything needing to be sold needs to be greater than, and in this case we said that the candy bars are the X, and then the cookies are Y. So they need to sell up here in this region so that they can make the amount of money, at least $40 that they're looking for. Okay, last one. You receive a gift for $25. Matinee tickets are $44.50 each. Evening are $7.50. If only they were still that much. Write and graph an inequality that represents the number of matinees and evening shows you can attend and spend no more than $25. So if you can't be more than 25, you have to be less or equal to 25. And we got $4.50 for each matinee plus $7.50 for each evening show. So we're going to solve for y minus 450x minus 450x. Divide out 750. On everything. Okay, so y is less than or equal to, if I divide out 25 by 750, I end up with 3 1/3, which is, or 3.3 repeating. And then 450 over 750 actually reduces to a fraction of 3/5 x. So this is what I'm graphing. So we're going to have to start at 3 1/3. So go up 3 and then up a little bit more for a third. We're going to go down 3 over 5. So when I count down a square, notice I'm not down a full square by the tick marks. I have to still be in between. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it is equal to, I am going to draw a solid line through here. And we want to be less than or equal to that. So any combination of shows, notice the matinees were the x's. And then the evening shows were y. So I could go to 1 matinee and 2 evening. I could go to 3 matinee and 1 evening. I could go to, let's see, I could go to 2 here and 1 here. So any other combinations in here would be solutions or keep you under $25 for the show.